Can you repeat that, please?
That's fine. I thought
He is quickly turned into a fan favorite the way he plays the game.
What's going on, Big Blue? Hey, it's 4-4-6 in a trap.
Imagine running someone over and then running another person over and then getting in the end zone. It's that much better.
Touchdown Giants. Skattebo's third rushing touchdown of the ball game. Oh, he does a backflip.
It's time for The Real Deal, presented by Little Caesars, and we know he is the real deal by now. Cam Skattebo taken 105th overall, but look at that, the most rushing touchdowns by a rookie. He has 5 right now, along with Emeka Egbuka and Ashton Jinty. And not just that, he is the most fun player in the league to watch right now. We are very honored to be joined by his high school coach. We did some digging, Jack Garceau of Rio Linda High School, repping the Niners there. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. You and I were able to chat last night on the phone. I'm excited to share with the viewers what we learned. Talk to me, though, about Cam's intensity, because you were telling me it wasn't so much this joy that we see from him, but in high school, he was so intense.
It's one of those things where you're kind of in a fishbowl all the time and people are watching what you're doing. And then he set a standard for himself. I think he scored 3 or 4 touchdowns in his first high school game. And that just kind of followed him the rest of the way. So that expectation was always there and he always wanted to live up to it. So yeah, super intense all the time.
Coach, just watching Cam, and I happened to be at a couple games this year, his energy on the sideline is probably just as impressive as it is on the field. How was he just as a student, right? Let's go back to just the high schooler, just being a student athlete. How was he then? Was he as fiery walking around the campus? Did you have to worry about him headbutting somebody?
No, not necessarily that. He was always a good student. That's kind of one of the narratives that bothers me right now is he's kind of getting that blockhead kind of stereotype, and that is not him. I mean, yeah, he gets out there and he bangs heads with everybody and he does a good job at it, but that's a very intelligent young man right there. And, all the things that he's going to be doing on the business side of football and everything, he's going to be making some very smart decisions. And, he was on my list of guys that I never had to worry about checking grades and all that kind of stuff. He just did his thing. And, he's been waiting. He's been wanting to do this his whole life. So he knew the whole story and exactly what he needed to do and how to get there. And yeah, grades were never an issue. And no, that's a smart kid right there, 100%.
Hey, Coach, Kyle Long here, former offensive lineman. I've seen, and I'm no stranger to scuffles in practice, particularly with defensive linemen, but I have to think that this young Cameron Skattebo had some scuffles probably with the linebackers, with the defensive front, because I know he wants to put his head right through somebody's chest every time he has the ball. You got any stories from high school where maybe somebody had to get all 44 out of the pile?
Yeah, he was always the extracurricular guy. He liked that. He finished plays. His whole team was like that, though. So they had a bunch of guys that after the whistle, you'd see a guy over here in a pile and another guy over here in a pile. But, yeah, pretty consistently. He was number 5 back then. But, yeah, number 5 always was part of the action after the whistle, and especially during practice because he went 100% all the time. And some guys don't do that. And he'll catch you. If he's running the ball on, on the scout team and they're trying to take a play off, you're going to catch a helmet to the chest and you're going to get upset about it. And then, you might scuffle a little bit on the ground. He's probably always going to win just because he's bigger and stronger. But, yeah, we had to go in there and get number 5 quite a bit. He was pretty fiery on the field.
I would have been right there with him, Coach. I would have been right there with him, buddy.
Kyle said that he would have loved to block for
I would have killed to block for your guy, man. Are you kidding me? I love the way he plays.
Oh, yeah.
Coach,
Yep.
talk to us about – oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good.
Give me an example of practice, and you were telling me just how intense he was at practice. He would make the other guys continue to line up until he got something right.
Yeah, if you beat him and you happen to get the best of him in a drill or something like that, yeah, you're doing that rep again, and it had nothing to do with the coach calling it. It was Cam. Like, I know we're doing that one again, and he would do it 3, 4, 5 times, however long it took for him to get on the winning side, and that was a daily occurrence. And looking back on it now, I'm sure that had quite an effect on us down the stretch when we needed to win big games, and you were ready to compete because you had to every single day.
Hey, Coach, we see, this young duo with Jaxson Dart and Cameron, and they have a real special bond. Was there a guy in high school that he had that kind of special bond with? Because it feels like he's no stranger to this kind of synergy with his quarterback.
His quarterback in high school was very similar to Jaxson Dart. I mean, I don't think he threw the ball in there as well, but they kind of look alike. They're the pretty boy type and run the ball real well. And his quarterback was extremely tough. So yeah, he's used to this, and I think this kind of that kind of matchup usually it matches up well with him and kind of complements what he does. But yeah, his quarterback was the one that kind of held things together, especially during our state championship year. He was the one that was able to shut out all the noise, and sometimes Cameron would have comments or suggestions, and Tyson Wybera would tell him to be quiet and put him back in the huddle, and then he'd call the play. And yeah, so he's been matched up like this before, so it's kind of fun to watch now.
Coach, a big win the other night too against El Camino. Congratulations, by the way. Saw
Thank
that
you.
one. Yeah. Hey, but look, I see Cam doing these backflips, but I didn't see that in high school. What was his touchdown celebration, or did you not allow him to celebrate like that in high school?
Oh yeah, I'll throw myself under the bus because he would say it too. Yeah, we didn't do any of that, and yeah, him and I would get into little battles about that because he wanted to do some of the extra stuff, but he got away with one in our state championship game. We were able to host that at home, and they put big bleachers in the end zone, and we caught him down there after a touchdown, getting into the fans and high-fiving everybody, and referee was telling us he was going to flag him and all that stuff. But so he got his here and there, but never the backflip.
So basically, he was doing a Lambo leap. Hey, Coach, really quickly, I can't remember if it was in that game. Tell us a story really quickly about Cam handing the ball over and switching positions with his fullback.
Oh yeah, so yeah, fullback that was your typical unsung hero. He did all the blocking for the big guy, and then so we were in the state championship game, and we got down. I think it was the 3rd or 4th touchdown that we scored, and I called the play. Obviously, I thought it was going to him, and I looked out, and they had switched spots, and he let him punch it in from like the 1 or the 2, and he came off to the sideline, and he said it was time for Jamon to get a touchdown. He's been blocking for me all year, so that one always kind of stuck out to me. That was pretty cool that he did that.
What a dude.
Yeah, I love that story about him. Coach, we appreciate it. Good luck with the rest of your season. Thank you so much for joining us.
Give him hell, Coach.
Absolutely, I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. What a great guy. So it's interesting, the intensity, and he and I had a long conversation last night, and that's what's driving him. And we see the fun with Cam Skattebo right now, but really it's that intensity behind the scenes that drives him to be great.
And AP, you can speak to this. There's certain guys that just have different frequency than other guys, okay? There's guys that need coffee in the morning, and there's guys that I'm like, you do not need to.
Thirst
Cam
water.
Skattebo is one of those guys. Like I said, I would have loved to have blocked for him, and I know you would have loved to compete against him.
No, first of all, I mean, when you just look at him, he loves the game. You can't have enough players, and Kyle, there's a lot of talented players that don't love the game.
Yep.
And there's guys like this who just love the game, and it's infectious. Like, I'm telling you, I was at the game. I was at their last 3 home games. And from the Chiefs game to the Chargers to the Eagles, watching his energy, watching Jaxson Dart, just watching the juice that they're bringing, not just to the team, but to the stadium. It's a whole nother stadium. I mean, it's impressive to see these young guys kind of like just take it upon themselves and make it their way. And they're doing it their way.
And the staff. They make the staff believe, too.
They ball smiling again.
Unbelievable.
Except for when he goes in the tent. But he's smiling with everything.
Yeah, get out of the tent.